Good evening. So we are continuing with the Bhagavad Gita. We had done till verse 5, chapter 14, and I had stopped at a point where the process of description of Satwa, Rajas and Tamas was about to happen. So we are going to take up the various actions, whatever that happens when a person is in the Sattva Guna, whatever that happens when he is in the Rajoguna, and whatever that is there which happens while Tamas is predominant. So we are going to understand these three Gunas. So let us begin. We are doing Srimad Bhagavad Gita chapter 14 verse 6 onwards. Of these, Sattva being immaculate is illuminating and flawless. Arjuna, it binds through attachment to happiness and knowledge. Now, the concept of Sattva is, it's all about goodness. But the moment we talk of goodness, there is a binding to goodness. We are seeking happiness. Look at everybody in this world, what are they doing? They are seeking happiness. They want peace, they want prosperity. They want everything that is good in this world. They don't want any hiccups in their life. They want to feel nice about everything. Everything should be peaceful and quiet. It's an utopian world where everything is so hunky-dory. Do you think there is this kind of a world anywhere? People come up with great imaginary ways of thinking, saying that if we were to apply the Vedic teachings in our life, everybody will become peaceful, everybody will have happiness. That is utter nonsense. Hardly anybody can apply that. The people who are even talking about it, propounding this kind of a theory, themselves are very, very arrogant. And they are very aggressive in life. Look at people, those who keep on propagating this kind of a phenomena, saying that, okay, you have to follow this path, follow this path, follow this path. Our path is so beautiful, so wonderful. People will get happiness. This is a path which has been discovered, which has been given by God Himself. Sir, if this path has been given by God Himself, why is it that we are going through the Mahabharata? During the times of Shri Krishna, there was Mahabharata. During the times of Ramayana, there was the great war with Lanka. What makes you think that people are following the path of Satwa, Rajas and Tamas and not interested in... They are following that path of Satwa, Rajas and Tamas, but the Vedic path, I'm sorry, nobody cares a damn about it. The reason is pretty simple. It is not easy. And this is not a yuga to follow any of those things. If you keep on saying that you should follow the righteous path and you should do this and you should do that, no, it is meant for just a select few. What makes you think that this path is for everybody? The teaching is given, but how many follow it? The Bhagavad Gita teaching has been given to Arjuna. The Uddhava Gita teaching has been given to Uddhava. These are only two people. You think their brothers followed it? Nobody followed it. They all went to hell. You know that. It is written. They fought a Mahavara, the greatest war of all. It's called the Mahabharata. If you had the path cleared up for you, then there would be no chaos. There will be happiness all around. What is all this about? So thinking that I want to become a sattvic person, the sattvic person is also seeking happiness. And then he is seeking knowledge. I want to know, I want to understand. Just understanding and knowledge doesn't make anybody great. It is the application. Application without ego. When you apply this profound knowledge without ego, without even an iota of ego, then you can reach somewhere in life. Otherwise, it is not possible. When we think about Sri Ram or Shri Krishna, we are not thinking of a peaceful person. Are we thinking of a peaceful person? No. Their life was full of war, strife, problems, those kind of things. Krishna's life was equally bad. He had to be dragged out of Vrindavan. He was taken to Mathura. He had to kill his uncle. Then he had to make his grandfather the king. After that, he had to run away to Dwarka. If learning all about Vedas and all those precious Shastras and all is so beautiful, it doesn't guarantee you any success in happiness or in knowledge. This is the truth and you got to accept it. You may be the greatest person in the world, you may be knowing the highest of the truth, but yet that knowledge, when it is not applied, what is the use of that knowledge? So, those who are on the path of Satwa, though Satwa is immaculate, it is perfect, is illumining, it gives a lot of knowledge, it is flawless, there is perfection in it. So now think about perfection. In the modern context, like in today's day and age, what is the most perfect phone that you have in this world? The perfection is in design. The perfection is in the working. It has its own operating system. It has its own company. That is called the iPhone. It is perfect. But then, it is imperfect as well. Because the more you put in, the more the problems are there. You don't get happiness by buying an iPhone. No. But you are seeking happiness by buying an iPhone. Isn't it true? You want the best phone in the world. Look at Tesla. We want to own the Tesla, thinking that it is the best car in the world. At a price? So even if it is the best of its kind, there is still a very big lacuna in the system. So equally important is the Satwa. The Guna, the Satwa Guna has the biggest lacuna of all. What is the lacuna? We have an attachment for happiness. I want to be good because I want to be happy. I have a feel good. You know that feeling of, I have a feel good, good feeling. It gives me happiness when I donate to charity. It gives me a great joy when I buy these wonderful things and help the poor people. What are you talking about? Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa said this. He says, you are trying to help God. Is that what you are trying to say? Huh? You are trying to help people? You are trying to build hospitals, roads, water tanks, all these things? If God wants to make, He will make. He doesn't require people like you. If He needs you, He will make you make that. Got it? So the answer is, that thought itself should never come that I am doing this world a great favor. We have these great people in our world who will keep on saying, I donated to charity. I did this puja. I did that puja. I gave this Panditji so much of dakshana. Okay? I built a school for children, poor people, poor school children. That school is meant for the very poor section of the society. Good. And I am starting a movement. Okay? Now, I am going to have this zero waste farming or whatever that is there. I am going to not use this problem. The atmosphere has this hole in the atmosphere. I am not going to use the carbon problems things. I will be carbon neutral. Okay, good for you. But you are tom-tomming it. You are talking about it. You are standing on a podium and discussing about it. It's called an attachment to happiness. And the moment you say, I know this, I know this, I know this, I know this. I know all the Vedas, I know these things. I know the Bhagavad Gita by heart. And the moment, actually it's a very funny thing. They're going to call Varanasi, Banaras, the Sanskrit city. There are 110 Sanskrit schools over there, and they're going to start 8 more or 10 more now. Sanskrit city. Very good. I'm very happy with it. We are going to have autonomous vehicle talking Sanskrit to you. We are going to have artificial intelligence. We are going to have blockchain. All these things are going to be there, which will be talking in Sanskrit. The Bible was not written in English. It was written in a different language. Likewise, though our scriptures might have been written in Sanskrit, I have not studied Sanskrit. Not necessary to know Sanskrit. You can go and read all this. If you are a student of all those, whatever, I don't know what they call it, you want to learn about the ancient culture and this and that, yes, please go ahead and learn about it. There are those experts of Egyptian writings and all those things. They can go and decipher them. I have no understanding why Sanskrit is necessary. Some people can learn. But in today's modern day, when we are lagging behind so much in terms of education, in terms of knowledge, the knowledge is so poor. I was watching a video today in the morning in which, in the city of Manali, whether it's a city or not, I don't know, the person had taken a shot and he is showing, look at all the houses over here in the mountain. They are burning the wood. Everywhere you can see smoke. Little education is required. Smokeless chulas, smokeless chulas can be given to all these people. Knowledge has to be used for that purpose. If you know Sanskrit, use the knowledge not to show off in this world. I have the knowledge, I can do this, I can do that. That is called arrogance. You may be a Sattvic person, but yet you are not going to Krishna's heaven. No way. You will be out. Because of your arrogance. The idea that I am attached to something comes into the picture. So again, coming back to this, Sanskrit is required if I have to translate a certain thing into another language, of course. We are having our satsang in English. I am teaching Bhagavad Gita in English. If there is even a single flaw in what I am teaching, you can show me. I am not teaching you in Sanskrit at all. The same thing we are trying to do it in Tamil. We will be trying to do it in Telugu. We will be trying to do it in Hindi. Does it mean that those languages are inferior? No way. Understanding something is good, no doubt about it. Even the instruction, you go to see, The instruction manual, if it is not written in English, we don't understand anything. If it is written in Chinese language, we get most of the things, all the phones and everything coming from China. If it is written in Chinese language, do you understand even a word of it? You will throw that paper away somewhere. You need the instructions in English, which you can understand. Human beings have to understand. So in this case, that arrogance of knowing some language is not important. The arrogance that a person shows, I can do this, I am doing that, I am building these hospitals, I am doing that. All this arrogance has to be kept out. You may be doing a great job, but sir, you will never reach anybody's heaven. That is what Krishna is talking about. This arrogance will come into the picture, this attachment comes into the picture, that I have so much of knowledge, I have so much of understanding, I have so much of happiness. That's why Satwa Guna, even if you are on the path of Satwa, which you are supposed to be, it is not going to take you anywhere. So now let us move to the Rajas. We are doing chapter 14, Bhagavad Gita, verse 7. Arjuna, know the quality of Rajas, which is of the nature of passion, as born of desire and attachment. It binds the soul through attachment to action and their fruit. Those who are on the path of Rajas, I do this, I am doing this for this reason, I have to earn a living. I want to become a minister, I want to become a prime minister, I want to do this, I want to do good to this world. When you say this kind of things, there is always a fruit that you are attached to. And that fruit is going to make you Rajasi. And the quality of Rajas, which is of the nature of passion. People stand for elections. Okay? They are very passionate in their speech. Yeah, I can do this, I can do that. People go and rise up in their career. They are very passionate about growing in their life. They want to reach the highest in their companies. There is passion in business. In business, the passion is, I want to make so much money in this world. When I look at the youngsters today, they are 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, and this is the age group they are in, but they are millionaires. The passion is driving them. I want to do this. I want to be the best in the world. The moment you keep on saying, I want to be the best in the world, I want to be the best in the world, and I want to do well, I want to do excellent, all these terminologies that you use, anytime you want to have that kind of an improvement and do better and better and better, there is always a fruit that you are attaching to. I want to be the best. And that is called the nature of passion. So I discussed about the career. Let us come to the one which is below that. Your emotional. Passion is driving you. When you look at a person of the opposite sex, you immediately get attracted to it. It is passion which is driving you. You are not supposed to be driven like that. But yes, end of the day, what are you looking at? You may want to settle down. You may want to do something with that person. You want to, maybe start a family. It is still called passion. There is still an end goal somewhere. You are seeking happiness and prosperity, money, power, fame, fortune, happiness, love. Great word called love. I am seeking love. Rajas, the passion of which drives you towards that particular destination. This is born out of desire and attachment. Those who are in the Rajaguna, they are driven by desires. The desires are of different kinds, I want to be well known in this world. I want to become famous. I want to do this and I want to do that, and I want to own a house. I want to own cars. I want to, all those kind of things. You want to have jewelry, gold, diamonds, silver. You want to own companies. All this is rajas. It is driven by desires. and attachment to it. See, attachment can be of any kind. I want to start a family. I want to be happy in a family. I want to have one child. That is a desire, and that is an attachment. I am taking care of my parents. I give them money. I send money home. An attachment of a kind. The idea that you are doing certain things for some reason, like a desire, it's desire, driven by desire, and you are passionate about it. You want to invent something, you want to have the best formulas, you want to see that this world progresses. All that is passion, all that is rajas. And the moment you go through this, it binds the soul through attachment to action and their fruit. So you will be bound by this action. I have to do this. I have to get up. I have to start my work. I should be doing this. This is called rajas. For what reason? I have to be disciplined in my life so that I can grow in my life. It is driven by a desire. And if this is a desire, and if these are the actions which are there, and the fruits associated with it, then you are in the path of rajas. Now we will understand the third one. So we are doing the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 14, verse 8. And know Tamas, the deluder of all, those who look upon the body as their own self, as born of ignorance, it binds the soul through error, sloth and sleep. Arjuna. How many people are there in Tamas? Nearly the whole world. Why? Because they think they are the body. The moment you think you are the body, you have a name, you are somebody in this world. I have eyes, I have ears, I have nose. I am somebody. I am born in this particular family. These are my parents. This is my wife, this is my children. The moment you say these words, you are taking the ownership of that. And the moment you do that, what has come in? The delusion has set in. You are the body. Do you know who I am? I am the CEO of this company. I can do this. I can raise so much of funds. The moment you do that, this is delusion. You are thinking you are somebody. And in that, because of this, the way in which you consider your body as you are born in ignorance and you will have ample rebirths. And because of this tamoguna, you will be given to error, sloth and sleep. Error. You will always be mistaken. You will not know the right path. You will say, oh, sorry. Why are you sorry? Because there is an error in the system. I'm so sorry. Pardon me. Excuse me. Why does a person say these kind of words? Because he's always making mistakes. So there is going to be an error in the system. A person will not get up and then will come and say, I'm sorry I didn't get up. A person will not keep the appointments and then the person will say, I'm sorry I didn't keep the appointments. The person will not keep the word. Oh, I was going to do this today. And then the person will say at the end of the day, I'm very sorry, I forgot about it. These sorries, these things which are there, the errors, they are because of tamas, sloth. You know, sloth bear, like that, exactly. A lump of flesh is always sleepy. Because sloth and sleep go together. Why are they together? Because this is the tamoguna. And in the tamoguna, a man cannot keep his eyes open. Why? Because this is the yuga of Kali, where everybody is going to be sleeping. They will be falling asleep and they will be lazy bones, full of inertia. They can't keep their eyes open. Everything is driven by laziness. And all this is called ignorance. Knowledge is missing. Where was knowledge? In the Satwa Guna. What is there in the Rajoguna? I know. The Rajoguna is all about Rajas. It's all about the quality of passion, I can do this, I can do that, desires and all those things. This is the Tamoguna. Laziness incorporated. Lazy to the core. The person will always give reasons. Why things cannot be done, they will give reasons. And then on top of it, if you point it out to them, but I was going to do it, it's only one day. Sir, one day is not the criteria. So we go to the next verse now. This is all Satwa Rajas Tamas, Satwa Rajas Tamas. Okay, so we will be just going through that. So we are doing the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 14, verse 9. Satwa draws one to joy and Rajas to action, while Tamas, clouding wisdom, impels one to error, sleep and sloth, Arjuna. So Satwa takes one to joy. At the end of the day, when you do something nice in this world, you feel a little joyful, isn't it? You feel that happiness coming over you. So Satwa will always drive you towards this joy. Rajas is going to give you action because you are driven by desires in this world. So you will be driven by action. So constantly you want to work. Day and night sometimes you want to work. You want to make money. You are waiting for the stock exchange to open up. You are waiting for the price to rise. You are looking at the papers and you are thinking, oh, the gold rates have come down, they should go up. You see, there are people in this world who are making very big godowns, safety places, places to keep safe. There's a person who bought such a huge place in Singapore. Do you know why? He has got 8 tons of silver. Now he is going to have some 30 or 40 tons of silver. Why? He has to store it there. So he's brought a big place. He says the rates of silver are going through the roof. See? Actually the rates are not going up now, they are going down. But still, he is getting ready for it. There are countries which are launching new currency, Bitcoin, that Bitcoin type of a thing. China has already launched it. Why? They can make more money. They want to disconnect from the US dollar, so they are going to make more money now. They are already incorporating it. Why is that? Driven by action. So because they are driven by action, they are doing all these kind of things. While Tamas, the lazy people, I don't understand what I am supposed to do. This is so boring, Their wisdom is clouded and it impels them to error, sleep and sloth because they cannot think straight. The people, those who are drawn by Tamas, they are always in error. For what? They don't have any wisdom. No sparks are flying out of their brains. See? Everything is dull. I don't know what to do. This is very difficult for me to understand. I am totally upset, I am not able to do anything. Last so many months I have been telling people, the world is booming in podcast, in YouTube, and in so many other channels. Go make yourself name in social media. Go. Everybody is doing. Some of them youngsters are doing that. But make some good content. Yeah, okay, I will do. Very slow pokes. Why? Because the wisdom is clouded. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not like that Gary Vee or somebody like that. I'm not like that. I cannot win in any place. And this whole world is corrupt, now. Even if I make all this, they will never give me any scope. No chance also. They don't even want to try because they have already given up. Because they have less of wisdom, there's no spark anywhere. They will always think in terms of error. The error is, I will anyway not get it. What is the point in doing anything? And it's okay. 1 week if I miss out, no, that's okay. What to do? I was doing those videos, then I said, nobody is watching them. Nobody watches, nobody listens. And because nobody watches and nobody listens, that's why I'm not even doing these YouTube videos which I was thinking of doing. They have already given up. Surprisingly, in my case, let me tell you, I don't have any audience. Does it mean that I'm supposed to stop doing what I'm doing? No. My videos are going on. They are getting uploaded. That day YouTube sent me this thing that I have uploaded 750 videos. Actually, I have uploaded more than thousands of videos. Not 750. But yet they are saying 750. Okay. I am not going to correct them. What is the viewership? Next to nothing. Does it mean that I should give up? Do you know, all these videos, all these podcasts, all these things, even if one person can listen to it, one, and become knowledgeable, and become enlightened by what I am talking about, I have reached my objective. You don't need 100 kings. You need just one. Do you get the point? You don't need 100 good people. You need just one. And that one is more than enough. If you can impart your knowledge to even one, it is the ultimate that you have reached in your life. So by having a fantastic growth doesn't mean anything. You have to do it because that is the nature. To be out of tamas, you have to keep on doing things so you go into rajas. But to do it without any attachment will be satwa and then beyond. The idea is to keep on doing something or the other. So here, wisdom is impaled. There is error in the system. And that is the reason why people have sloth and sleep. And they are always, what am I to do? I don't know, I don't understand. They will talk like this. They are losers. All the losers. Tamoguna. So now we go to the next verse. So we are doing the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 14, verse 10. Overpowering rajas and tamas, Arjuna, Satwa prevails. Overpowering Satwa and tamas, rajas prevails. And so overpowering Satwa and rajas, tamas prevails. So when the three gunas that are there, they interact with each other, there is always a mixture of the gunas. So if you are able to suppress the other two, one becomes predominant. So in the three, if I suppress two, one will become predominant. So if I am able to suppress the rajas and the tamas, I will have more of sattva. If I am able to suppress sattva and tamas, I will have more of rajas. If I am able to suppress rajas and sattva, I will have more of tamas. So depending on which guna you are trying to suppress, the rest of them overpowering these gunas, the one which remains you become predominant in that. So that guna becomes you. It is better to be sattvic in nature by suppressing the rajas and the tamas. So this is what Krishna is telling Arjuna. We go to the next verse. We are doing Srimad Bhagavad Gita chapter 14 verse 11. When light and discernment dawns in this body as well as in the mind and the senses, then one should know that Satwa is predominant. When light and discernment draws in the body as well as the mind and the senses. When discernment and light. What is this light? Light doesn't mean light which is coming on. No, it means knowledge. When knowledge dawns in you, when you get the understanding, there has to be goodness. I have to be kind, I have to be compassionate, I have to be loving, I have to be caring. I have to do this for the world. When these kind of thoughts come in you, that is called light. Your world becomes very good. It goes to the path of Satwa. You discern properly and you say that, no, I have to be helpful. I should take care of other people. I have to give to charity. I have to feed people. I have to make hospitals. I have to make this. Today's day and age where there is pandemic going on, there are lots of people working in the field. The medical people, the health people. The healthcare industry is doing really good job. So they will be on the path of Sattva Guna. Why? Because they are doing something about it and it is in good cause. And that is called discernment. It happens in the mind and the senses too. In the mind there is no hanky-panky. They are not doing because they want to do something great or they want to have their name printed in the newspaper somewhere. They are doing it because it's their job and their duty. They have to do it. So when you do this kind of a thing, that goodness comes not only in yourself but in your mind and senses, then the Sattva Guna is predominant. So now we go to the next one. So we are doing the Srimad Bhagavad Gita chapter 14 verse 12. With the preponderance of Rajas, Arjuna, greed, activity, undertaking of action with an interested motive, restlessness and a thirst of enjoyment makes their appearance. Those who are on the path of Rajas, they will be constantly thinking of activity. Activity continuously. They will take very little rest. They will not say that, oh, I'm feeling sleepy. If you are feeling sleepy, you are in the Tamoguna. If you are feeling tired, you are in the Tamas. Here the person is active, literally like a fireball. Always doing something or the other. So this preponderance of Rajas is there. Activity is predominant. Greed is there. I have to be number one. I have to be better than others. I. The greed is going to overtake them. They want more money, more power, more things in life. They want everything to be always positive for them. I want this thing to be done and they better get done. These are people who are always constantly on the move, driving the whole world. And that is called the preponderance, the increase of Rajas in a person. So such kind of a person, he takes actions which are interested actions. The action will always be in an interested type. Means what? I am doing this so that I can get money. I am doing this so that I can get name and fame and fortune and whatever that is there. I am doing this so that there will be goodness in this world, so that the whole world will benefit. Okay. You are doing this activity because of that. You are on the path of Rajas. They are always restless. They cannot sit in one place. The mind is always aflutter. It's going at the rate of, the speed of light. They're constantly on the move. They don't know. They can't keep their hands to themselves. You will always find them active. Their eyes are going like this. And they are always looking hither. They want to, their hands will never be at the side. There is no peace in their world. They are always being driven and they drive others also. Do this, do that, this has to be done, that has to be done, blah, 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 blah. They drive other people mad. Rajas. And this is with an interested motive. Restlessness and a thirst for enjoyment makes their appearance. Thirst for enjoyment. At the end of the day, whom am I doing this for? They will say, मैं किसके लिए कर रहा हूँ? Whom am I doing this for? I am doing this for you. They will tell their family members. They will tell the whole world, I am doing this for you, you know. And at the end of the day, I still have to be good. I have to be the best. I am making this money for you and for my goodness. You know, I have to have a good retired life. Look at Larry Ellison. Larry Ellison. You know, he bought a very big property, $80 million. And he's told the world, I am demolishing it. You bought a property for such a big amount in Florida and you are demolishing it. Yeah, why? I don't stay there. I stay in the Hawaii. I'm going to have only Zoom calls with people. I shifted my head office from, Silicon Valley, I shifted it to Austin, Texas. Why? I'm not going to go to work over there. I will be sitting here making hospitals. By the way, he's building hospitals over there. He's building schools over there in this small island somewhere. I'm very happy in this world. This is the Rajaguna. Very good example. By the way, he's one of the richest billionaires in the world because his stocks are going through the roof. He's always doing something. So we go to the next verse. So we are doing Srimad Bhagavad Gita chapter 14 verse 13. With the growth of Tamas, Arjuna, obtuseness of the mind and senses, disinclination to perform one's obligatory duties, frivolity and stupor, all these appear. Obtuseness of the mind. This is never going to happen. Whatever you do, all this is useless. India is the worst country. Americans, they are useless. Europeans, they are not worth it. Look at this royalty in England. What are they doing? They can only see downside in life. They will criticize everybody. Because they are obtuse. Obtuse angle, acute, right? And obtuse. They are obtuse because their eyes are cockeyed, going in two directions. They can't think straight at all. Everything in their world is upside down, topsy-turvy. Why do these lessons? Useless lessons. What is the point? Anyway, I am going to go to hell. They already decided they are going to go to hell. They already know. My parents, Guruji, your satsang, my parents will never understand. What is the point in telling them, I am sitting, no, for your satsang? Good, no. See, I am a good person. They go and they cancel out everybody else in their world. They will say, my parents are worthless, this one is worthless, I can't do this job, this is not possible. I can't make money. It's not in me, I have never made money, it's not in me. Why should I do? I don't know this job. You can give it to somebody else. They can see everything in a cockeyed manner. And which is the cockeyed manner? You tell the person that this is a couple and they are very happy with each other. Happiness? Look at them. Very soon they will be fighting with each other. That is called obtuse. This is the way their mind works. With the growth of tamas, obtuseness of the mind and the senses, because their senses can't see anything clearly, their ears are always hearing wrong stuff, they will keep on criticizing everybody and everything. Disinclination to perform one's obligatory duties. My obligatory duties, I don't think I need to do them. Why? For whom am I doing this? For whom are you doing this? See, I work very hard, I do all these kind of things, but what is the point? I don't have to do for anybody. That's why I'm not interested in doing. When somebody talks to me like this, I look at that person and I say, oh my God, this is Tamas at the peak. I want to leave everything and I want to go to the Himalayas. Why? For what use am I doing this? Their obligatory duties are there, and yet they feel that obligatory duties are a pain. You don't understand. You have to do your duty whether you like it or not. If you refuse to do your obligatory duty, or even by words, thoughts or deeds, if you say that I don't need to do these duties, then you are in the path of tamas. And then the person is very frivolous. Frivolous in, I don't have to spend, I don't have to keep money for anybody. I'm going to spend this money. I'm going on a holiday. I'll do this, I'll do that. Why should I do this for others? They are useless people. They are very frivolous in their approach, and they are always full of stupor. Inertia. They are filled with inertia. It is like they have to be pushed to get some work done. They don't have the self-starter mode. They are not driven by initiative. They don't have any initiative of their own. You teach me. You tell me what I have to do. So if I tell them what they have to do, they will still say, no, Guruji, I can't understand this, very difficult. It is not possible for me to do this. Can I get something better and easier? What else is there easier and better? Some things you got to do, and you have to do them in an active manner. Otherwise, if you are going to show inertia, you are on the path of tamas. So we go to the next verse now. We are doing Bhagavad Gita chapter 14, verse 14. When a man dies during the preponderance of Satwa, he obtains stainless ethereal worlds attained by men of noble deeds. Those who do the noble deeds, they go to heaven. Which heaven? Brahmaji's heaven, Vishnu's heaven, Shiva's heaven, Indra's heaven, where all those beautiful dancing women are there. They get nice drinks, get everything, all very beautiful 7-star, 5-star hotels. The heavens are like that. So if you want to go to heaven, if you are on the path of Satwa, when you are dying, see, when you are dying, you are a very good man, Here lies the great man. They say these words. Oh, here lies a great man, he is going to some heaven. Of course he is going to heaven. He is going to get a fantastic welcome over there. There is going to be a band playing the music for him. When he was going also, they were playing the band, You know that, no? So when he goes to heaven also, there is going to be a band playing over there. Welcome, welcome. And Brahmaji himself will come to the door and say, wow, so nice to see you. Please come inside. After their time is over, they say, now please get out. Because these heavens are temporary locations, you see. It's a temporary place. Even Shiva's Gunas, they will say, your time is up, sir. You have to go now. But I want to stay some more, no? No, you can't do that. You have to go. Get out. Come next time. It's like we visit these hotels, no? When you go to certain towns, you visit those hotels and they say, good morning, sir. How are you, sir? Fine, huh? Very nice. Welcome, welcome back again. After the welcome is over, then they will see how many days you are staying over there. 20 days. Okay. 3 days. 4 days. Okay. Thank you. At the end of the second day in the evening, sir, tomorrow are you checking out at 12 o'clock? You see, they come and ask you, no? Why? Because they want the rooms. So even in Brahma's heaven or Shiva's heaven, they will come and ask you, sir, tomorrow are you checking out? We want that place, that room we have to give a lot to somebody else. So those who are having this kind of sattva guna in them, when the person dies, the preponderance of sattva, he obtains the stainless world, ethereal world of heavens, attained by men of noble deeds. So you will meet all the good guys over there. Yeah, you can gossip over there, of course. Nobody says you can't. So this is where if you are having sattva guna and you die, you will get the heavens. So we go to the next verse, chapter 14, verse 15 of the Bhagavad Gita. Dying when rajas predominates, he is born amongst those attached in action. Even so, the man who is expired during the preponderance of tamas is reborn in the species of the deluded creatures, such as insects and beasts, etc. So now suppose if you are having rajas and preponderance of rajas, when you are dying, you are, yesterday evening I was supposed to deposit some money in the bank. So he'll call his assistant, come here. Sir, you are dying. No problem. You just go and deposit that money in the bank, Sir, you are dying. Oh, it's okay. Doctor, can you please wait for 5 minutes? I just have to give some instructions to my secretary. Huh? And then nowadays the devil say, I just want to look up my Facebook update. I have put one Twitter out. I am going to be dead. This is a funny part. So the person is saying, I am going to die just now. Okay, I have reached my death. Tweet it. That fellow is a tweety bird. Even while dying, the person is thinking of something. And there are those people who are just keeping on thinking, why this fellow did that, why that fellow did that. And they want to tweet on top of the tweets and the tweets and the tweets. And they are such a tweety bird you cannot even imagine. The problem in this world is they are very active. So now tell me, which heaven do you think I should send them to? So they are always sent to a place where they are constantly doing, like they say in Mumbai, Kalakandi. All the wrong stuff. So they will be sent to the heavens where they will be, brewing liquor in the night. They will be thinking in terms of, because it's a demonic world. The demons are awake 24/7. So the world which the Rajasic people go to is a demonic world. Because he is driving all the demons are driving everything. Do like this, do like that, blah, 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 blah. So those who are dying when the rajas is predominant, please remember one thing. You will be going to a world where everything is moving even in the dead of the night. I mean, if there is a night over there. There is no sleep there. It's always action oriented. It's like 24/7 you are going to, Wild West kind of thing. And if you are born, if you die when the tamas is predominant, all those insects that crawl, and the beasts, yes, they howl in the night, oh, like that. They will also be doing. So if you die when you are having tamas, you are going to become all that. A little bat hanging upside down. Or maybe an owl. Looking like this. Okay, all the time. And during daytime they can't see. So at least in the night time they will be seeing. Or that insect will be crawling. All the centipedes, millipedes, earthworms, everything. So if you die when tamas is there, tamas, when I'm talking about tamas, you're the lazy bone of this world. You don't want to get up. I just want to just lie around over there. Maybe I should be playing games. Maybe I should be doing nothing. I don't know why I am doing all these things. They can give all the negative reasons in the world. This world is useless, the whole world is crumbling. What is the point in working for this person? That person is useless. You are making judgments on somebody else. You are useless. That is why you are in the Tamoguna. So you are anyway going to be born as some cockroach, some insect or something like that. Maybe a mosquito. Your biggest enemy, Baygon spray. Psst. Finished. Mortine or something like that. So be ready for all that. So we go to the next verse, We are doing Srimad Bhagavad Gita chapter 14 verse 16. The reward of the righteous act, they say, is sattvic, faultless in the form of joy, wisdom and dispassion, etc. Sorrow is declared to be the fruit of rajas and ignorance the fruit of tamas. Let us start from tamas only. Ignorance is bliss, they say, isn't it? The whole world thinks ignorance is bliss. It's not important to know. It's not important to know what are the new income tax laws. Don't worry. Even the income tax department, when they will come to you, they will say, okay, don't worry, you don't have to know, but you can go to jail. Why? Just saying I don't know doesn't work. So, ignorance is never bliss, sir. No. This idea that you are in the tamoguna, the fruit of tamas is what? Ignorance. I don't care, I don't see, I don't give a damn to this knowledge and all that stuff. Who cares, man? Why do I need to know all these bitcoins? Oh, sorry. You know what I was going to say, no? Sorry, yeah? But you see, they are going to talk like this. Why? Because according to them, that is not worth it. Not worth knowing. Who is the Prime Minister? I don't know. Who is the Chief Minister? Why should I bother about it? They will say, is there a pandemic? I don't know. Are they going to close down? I don't know. Everything is I don't know. Ignorance is bliss. And because ignorance is bliss, what does it matter? These people give all the bribes in the world. They do all the wrong stuff in the world because of this ignorance. Then we go to the Rajasic person. That person is always in sorrow. If you look at that person's face, it will be always... He's got lines all over his hair like this. Most of his hair might have disappeared. He's thinking, he's got black circles around his eyes. And always full of sorrow. What am I to do? So when you are in the path of Rajas, this is what you will be doing. You know, that fellow should have delivered the goods. He is not yet delivered. Now I don't know what I'm going to do. They're always crying. Sorrow. That is the main food of theirs. Constantly on the path of sorrow. And those who are on the path of Satwa, they have joy, wisdom and dispassion. They are very joyous most of the time. So when you look at a person who is in the path of Satwa, maybe he has a smile on the face. No, he is not a stand-up comedian. A stand-up comedian is third kind, tamasic person. So he is never, not even in the rajas. Sattvic person is full of joy. He doesn't look at anything wrong. He always sees all the good stuff in the world. Because his nature is to see all the good stuff. He never sees anything wrong or anything bad in a person. He never criticizes. He's full of wisdom and dispassion. He's dispassionate. He's not interested in any kind of things. He says, what I have is good enough. God has given me more than enough. It's all right. I'm fine. So these are the three things which these three kind of people get rewarded. See, when they die, this is the reward that they get. So we will stop at verse 16 and we will be doing verse 17 tomorrow. Alright? So I'll take your leave. You have a great evening and I will see you all tomorrow where we will be doing from verse 17 onwards. It's all about Sattva, Rajas and Tamas only. Okay? So it's not that interesting maybe. Some of you must be thinking, what a bore. What a bore? You are the tamasic person, sir. Bye.